You know, that's the sound of the man working on the chain. One more. Gang. You know, that's the sound of the man working on the chain. Gang. And you even said, ooh, I feel good. Ooh, I feel good. You know.
Okay, so we're back. And there were some details I left out, but I left off saying how I made conditions better for myself. But let me digress and state that I was in a minimum security, so they had an outside work detail. So that's why my cell buddy was gone for that day. He was out on the road crew picking up trash. If you ever drive down the highway and you see guys out on the highway picking up trash with a state van and behind them and a city truck with a spotter pot in front of them, that's a prison road crew. Okay? So my cell buddy was gone. So he couldn't fill me in. So I didn't know the gist. So once he came back and he filled me in, I had a better understanding of what was going on, as well as he introduced me to a couple of dudes. So again, now I'm a little bit familiar with the tier and a couple of dudes on it, which made things a little better. Not too much, because dudes still wouldn't talk to me for some unknown reason, which I will share as I continue. Excuse me. Corona. So, life continues on. I go out in the yard a couple more times. I walk around the prison a few more times. Out in the yard, I'm seeing dudes get money. That means working out well efficiently. That's the terminology you learn from prison. They get money. So, on the tier that night, I'm going to make my move now. I know a couple of dudes, especially a couple of them that's getting money out there. So I'm like, yo, I'm prison, tattoos, lift weights. It's a rule. Now, I did some other things. I got my GED. I studied my word of God, learned how to serve God better, learned how to serve my family. But again, two top priorities in order to fit in and be able to assimilate and work, walk, and live in prison. I figured it's best to do things that some of these guys do, which would be lifting weights, which would benefit me when I got home for the wifey boo. You know what I mean? I'm coming home, you know what I'm saying? And the tattoos, well, it's just a thing that, I won't get into that. So anyway, I go down on the tier that night, and I talk to the dude that my cell buddy introduced me to. And dude turns around to one of the other guys and was like, hey, this dude want to work out with us. And that's when one of the big dudes got up, like, what? And he comes over. Now, again, I have no idea. So I stand my ground, shut my mouth, and keep my face. Dude walks up, and I'm saying he's about 221, 230. Pure power, just monster tattooed everywhere. Yeah, you want to get that? Come here, yo. So he starts to walk around me, wish me around a little bit. I just stand there like, whatever. And he's like, yeah, this is my work, shorty. You my work now. Yeah. Yo, pay attention, y'all. So he turns me around. He tells everybody, look now. This is my work. I have no idea what he's talking about. I'm hoping he's not talking about anything bad. So I just stand there like, okay, nobody's really saying nothing. Nobody's me-mugging. Most dudes are smiling. So I'm like, okay. I look over at my man. He's like, yeah, he said he going to teach you. He going to get you right. So I'm like, oh, that means whatever development I have, whatever moves I make is because of his teaching. He's my fitness instructor here in prison. I'm his work. Whew, I'm making sure this brother ain't trying to, yeah, I mean. So I'm in now. I didn't realize where that was going to put me. The next morning when it's called yard, boom, boom, boom on my door at my cell because it was minimum security, so it wasn't the slide, and there was a fire door, big heavy door. You were allowed to travel on the tier to go to the bathroom. They had work details in the prison, so you had to be able to go out on the tier and mop, do the day room, do your jobs, or leave the tier to do other jobs in Center Hall. So it wasn't like jails, where the doors were metal and slammed. They were open doors, but they opened outward, and during the day you had to leave them open unless you were going in to change or something like that, or you couldn't cover the window, so COs need to look in and check and see if you're in there. So that next morning, boom, 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 yo, get up, let's go. So I hop up like, okay, that's right. I knew I was going to work out with these dudes. So I get out there. Two of the big dudes are on the crew that I decided to work out with. Now, they were the most proficient dudes, and they were massive. But I picked the biggest dudes to work out with. And I'm a $140 at the time. Bad decision. Good decision, but bad. So we get out, and we all piling up at the door to go out. And dudes are on the one. They're on the one. So, dude, grab your, get to the front, yo, shorty, little nickel. Okay? Get out there, get the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s, and get them over by the bench. You know what I mean? Get that. Okay. So I get on my one. When they open the door, bruh, I take flight. I get down there, I get those weights, I put them, boom, 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 put them there. They come running down. These dudes big. Yo, shorty, you right, son. Yo, he took flight like COs was behind him. I'm like, yeah. Yo, you all right, yo? I'm all right. So I'm making my way in. Work out with those dudes. Never worked out in my life, if that's how workouts are. Almost killed me. I threw up. But I was in. Things have changed right then. Now, another aspect that I didn't add in is that I was heavily in prayer. Because I know my tendency to get involved in bad things. And I just knew that in prison, I was going to have to do or die. And I prayed that the Lord would make things better for me so that I could learn and be better when I got out. And not hard, that I would get rougher and act crazy. And he blessed me with that. So, I'm in now with the weightlifters. 4 of these dudes are some of the biggest dudes in the jail. The rest of them, they're not that big, and then some guys are fat and sloppy. I'm right there, like in the middle, because, I'm a little cut up, and I had the potential, and I had the drive, So it was a nice crew. It was like 7 of us on the tier, so I'm in. Here's how I made my conditions better. I sat back and thought about how much I hated the fact when I got there that nobody would tell me nothing. I wasn't there. Then my package came. I think that 4th or 5th day, 6th day, my package came. Package is you're closed from home. You're in a transition prison. So which means that you don't have enough time to go to the big house. You have enough time to learn and grow to get better, to get out. You're close to getting out in this prison. Now, I got 6 years. I don't know how that's close to getting out, but I guess they figure if I do right by parole, then I'm going to get out of here in half. I don't know these things. Jailhouse lawyers have told me that, but we don't know these things are coming to fruition. So I'm in this minimum security prison. I'm all right with that. You got contact visits, huh? That means you get to hug your loved one, get a little kissy kiss, and sit down with them. You can't really touch across the table, but you get the contact. You got the phone access right in front of my cell, which was a blessing. And they're 35 cents, 65 cents a phone call, unlimited. So you can sit on the phone for hours to talk. So there was a lot of benefits. So let me digress. So I got my package. When I got my package, I had my street clothes in them. So I had my Timbs, I had my jeans, I had T-shirts, I had my at the time I was wearing yellow glasses. I don't know why I was wearing. I think they were helping me focus better. I don't know, but I was wearing yellow glasses. But let me tell you something. When that package came, and I put on my street clothes and came out the cell, dudes was like, "What's up?" Hey, yo, what's up, baby? I asked the question, niggas like, "Yo, such and such and such." Like, yo, that is weird. So I let it marinate for about a day or so. Let it marinate. One of the other dudes that gave me the kooky look when I asked him something came up and he was talking for a minute. I said, "Yo, my man, what's up?" He's like, "Yeah, baby." I said, "Funny thing, bro. Yesterday I asked you something and you looked at me like I was crazy. You wouldn't respond enough." And he said, "Yeah, we don't know who you are. Looking like that. Yo, you came out of the detention center wearing state issue gear. We don't know if you are a tree jumper or what. Tree jumper is a child molester. And we don't know if you a gump or you... A gump is a homosexual. So we don't know your card. We not talking to you." I was like, so this says different? Absolutely. Oh, you from NY, ain't you? You got the Timbs on. You got the... So brothers wouldn't respond because they didn't know my charges. They want to be affiliated with somebody that was molesting children or was gay or was a snitch. Okay. So now I'm cool. 3, 4 other dudes is talking to me, not on the weightlifting crew. So I'm already making rounds. All right. So I'm still ticked off. Like, yo, there was so many things that I would have known better on this tier and throughout this jail. Somebody to grab me when they came on. Whatever. So I went back in my tier and pressed my bunk. I went back in my cell, pressed my bunk. Like, yeah, that's garbage. So then I started to think, you know what? I'm going to do better. Watch this. So every day, every couple of days, somebody new come on the tier because somebody leave. They either get locked up for fighting or violating or getting high or something stupid. Or it's time for them to transition to work release, which is BPRU right across the street. So there's always somebody new coming on the tier. So the next dude that came on the tier, and he was a pretty big dude too. He came on the tier, and they took him to his cell, and they dropped him off. And when he comes out of his cell, you know, he's looking around. I walk up to the dude. What's up, my man? What's up? I said, yo, check this out, bro. They getting ready to call movement. When they call movement, you want to go to Center Hall, and you want to fill out your visitor's card. Because if you don't fill out your visiting card, your people's going to get turned away. And when you do call your peoples on the phones over here, you let them know. Don't wear no skirts or anything above the knee. Don't wear nothing but above the elbow, or they're going to turn your visits away. He looked at me like, what? I'm like, yeah, son. And they ain't tell me that when I got here. So if I didn't bumble into it and find out by myself, I wouldn't have got no visits. Get out of here. I said, what else, bro? Movement. You know what I mean? That way you go to Center Hall, fill out your visit card, find out anything else you need to do, see your counselor. When they call yard, you go out there, get your swole on, eat up. Well, you know, you go feed up, you go eat. But you don't eat that garbage. But again, any other questions, baby, let me know, man. Because when I got here, brothers ain't tell me nothing. So let me know. Little did I know that this dude was kind of connected. He was kind of one of those dudes out in the street that was getting that money. Knew a lot of these dudes in here. So after me filling him in, and he bumped into his boys every time I see him. What's up, Wes? What's up, baby? Yo, my man. Yo, this is my man's Wes. Y'all mean? Next thing you know, I'm affiliated on this tier and on that tier. And not gang related or nothing like that. Just, yo, that's my man. He good peoples. So when other dudes see me in the hall, they be like, yo, what's up, Wes? I'm like, hey, baby, how you? Where my man's at? But again, it starts to grow. I did it like 6 times. Do you know what that did for me around the jail and on my tier? Made me the man. I'm starting to meet dudes. I'm starting to holler at people. Things has changed now. Dudes is hollering at, yo, Wes, we getting ready to eat tonight. What you got? I'm like, yo, I got a couple of things to throw in. Yo, life changed for me right off the break. Then it changed again. They had church. Brother like me hurting. I've been going to church ever since I got high bail, no bail. Praying to God, help me get through this situation. So they call for church. I'm like, where church at? Oh, yo, Wes is in the visiting room. That's where they got church at. I'm heading down to church Sunday morning. I go down to church Sunday morning, and I'm feeling that spirit, man, because I'm low. I'm low. I'm seeing my wife, my kids. That's another story. We're going to get into that. But I'm low. And we singing praises unto God. And most of these dudes ain't singing. And my dumb butt sitting in the front. And when we standing up singing, and these dudes ain't singing, I got a little frustrated. Like, God has been good to us, man. We still alive. We got a chance to get back out here and be with our families. And y'all guys singing this whole week, man. Let's get some praise on. I turn around like, yo, fellas, I can't hear you. Let's go, baby. And we start worshiping. And the chaplain saw that. She was like, you. Right after service, she pulled me up like, you. I need you to be in my office tomorrow with your album. Which means the pictures of your family album. Every inmate's got a picture of their family if they got it. So I go to the chaplain's office that next morning with my photo album, and I show her my photo album. She's like, so you just got here, huh? Because I know most of the guys that go to church. It's like, yes, ma'am. You're going to be the new choir director. Huh? Yeah. Sorry, you have a choir up there. Everybody's transitioning. Everybody's getting ready to go. It's flipping. This is a flipping jail. People leave. You the next installment. Chaplain, I'm a new Christian. I don't know none of them. You got plenty of time. You can learn. I can't argue that. I got plenty of time. But I'm not. You don't say? Yeah. I can sit. Well, there you go. You got the rest of the inmates. You get to pick. You get to build your choir. You get to yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, got it. Oh yeah, I got it. You mean you serve him? You mean yeah, no problem. I'll sing to the cows come home. I get a choir. Yeah. He's calling me. I'm going. I done played enough. So I want to be in choir director. I wound up being responsible for all the church equipment. A couple of amps, a couple of speakers, microphones, things of that nature. But I'm responsible. So now I'm responsible for all the PA equipment in the church. That means inside the jail, which means when the Muslims want to have a mosque, or they want to have, they got to do salat, and they have different events, I'm responsible to get them the equipment as well. So now I'm with the Muslims. The Muslims in prison, Muslims, good people. Anywhere. I got family members that's Muslim. Please don't take that wrong. But the Muslims, good peoples. Love the Muslims. So they come at me, Wes, what's up, baby? Listen, we're going to need that stuff. My man, I got you. Nothing. I got you. So again, now in the Muslim community, love. Plus they working out with us. So I got Muslim brothers coming to the Christian services to support and show love and unity. So I'm at the Muslim events, love and unity. You know what that did for me in prison? You know how many Muslims I'm getting love from? I'm hanging out with Muslims. Like, yo, we sitting down, chilling. They breaking separate bread, but we eating together, loving. And I got the weightlifters now. And then, needless to say that I didn't specify right now, I got the Christian community now. I'm the choir director. So I'm in with the chaplain. I'm in with my Christian brothers who are all trying to grow and get better and get up out of here. I'm down with the Muslims. I'm down with the weightlifters. Man, now I'm good. Not worrying about no beef. I'm not worrying about watching my back. I'm Gucci. Huh? So, now there's more. But I'm going to have to go to the next episode. Stay tuned. This going to keep going, baby. I got a minute worth of stories to tell.
That's the sound of the man working on the chain. Gang. That's the sound of the man working on the chain. Gang.
Can you even say, ooh, I feel good. Ooh, I feel good.
That's the sound.